This is the Escape Podcast for Star Wars The Old Republic. 5.10.4 update. Peacetime on Dantooine. Companions are fixed. We'll be the judge of that. These topics and more coming up on this episode of this podcast. This broadcast, Astromech. Today is EPC 301. And playing alongside me is Seema. Hi, Seema. How's it going? And how'd you like that fancy new intro of
We're
myself
off to a good start
introducing myself?
of a broadcasting, podcastinger. Okay, cool. Um, Doing pretty well. Summer is in full force here in Maine, so it's getting in the high 80s. It's very pleasant. So yeah, that's cool. But we're recording on a Tuesday night this week. We just finished MFN, so tonight we did Rampages on Nar Shaddaa and Tatooine. Then we also did Taboro's Courtyard. Then we went and found the world boss on Coruscant and the world boss on Belsavis. So that was actually, we got a lot done during MFN this week. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Before MFN, though, during the week, I've still sort of on track for my Summer of 300 activities. So my agent and my sentinel last week were around 200, and now they're around 220. Although my sentinel is more like 230-ish now after MFN, and also I opened a bunch of crates during Light 5. I think it was yesterday. So yeah, I mean, I'm in the 200s. I feel like I can procrastinate now until the night before.
That's the
I'm
danger,
close.
isn't it?
I'm so close. I'm so close. Yeah. And then my sage is in like 250 or 260. So I'm like really close on the last 3 characters. So
Excellent.
yeah, fun times. How about with you?
I am also getting a little bit closer. I dialed it back a little bit this week. I only did 73 command ranks across my 4 characters that need it. I'm down to a cumulative 312 command ranks remaining for my Summer of 300, but that's a good number and that's a good pace, right? So as we were sort of saying, as this progressed, it's not the weekend of 300, it's not the week of 300, it's the summer of 300 is how I'm trying to handle it. And I don't need to do like I did last week, which is 140 ranks. The other little twist is I saved all my command XP packs off of bosses and drops and Iocath and all that. And because I'm going to stretch it out a little bit, I'm going to wait and hope for a double XP week to come up. And that will get my Sentinel to get everything that it needs to catch up to everyone else. Because if you see my characters here, I've got 230, so I'm above 230 for all 3 of the other characters except the Sentinel, who's down at 175. So quite a bit of
You're getting
progress.
there.
It's
And
going.
I think, well, we can talk about this later, but we might have more time than we think.
Yes, we might.
We might have like fall of 300.
Right. Uh, the only other thing that everything else was fun this week. MFN was also fun. We had quite a bit of. We were just doing rampages, but we also had Plug DJ going again. Something we haven't done
Oh
in a
yeah,
while.
that's right.
Chatted about a bunch of cool stuff I've been doing on YouTube. Oh, because I was watching a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube because I did go to the casino a little bit this week. I only got 5 golden certificates after about like an hour of plugging things in the slot machine, but I was mostly using up a bunch of tokens that I had collected for the past couple of weeks
Right.
off of bosses and stuff. But I bought a few hundred also. I was on YouTube watching stuff while I'm clicking on slot machines, and I think my top new channel of the moment is this YouTube channel called Two Set Violin, and it's these 2 classical violin young guys, and they just they're classical violinists, very very accomplished violinists, but they watch America's Got Talent and they critique and what the violin work that they're seeing, or they'll watch violin in a TV show or a movie and they'll critique it and try to determine if the actor can really play the violin or not. but they're also very, very good, and they're hilarious. So it's weird. It's weird to say two classical violinists commenting on on violin performances, and to be super entertained and have this be a hilarious, entertaining channel is so weird. But look, they've got
I have
1.4
to.
million subscribers.
I am totally looking forward to checking that out.
Two Set Violent, 1.4 million subscribers these guys have. They're awesome. So that's, if I go back to the casino, maybe I'll watch some more Two Set Violin. So there's that. And then for our ops night, we so we decided we wanted to do Vet Queen, and I kind of pushed everybody a little bit. I'm like, oh, let's try it. I
We're ready.
my gear is all 258. I didn't think to ask if everyone else's gear was 258. And we had a couple people who've just come back to the game and are like with 230 gear. And I was like, oh, sorry. Maybe we should get you some gear. Didn't mean to like throw everybody under the Vet Queen bus. So we're gonna take a little bit of a step back and re-gear up everybody, get everybody up at least into the 250s and go from there.
Right.
Because I think we can totally do it. We got all the mechanics, but we're like,
Right.
this is a little bit hard to heal, and I'm wearing 230 gear. Oh, okay.
That was not me, by the way.
We're a little bit slow on the DPS on killing this guard, and I'm in 242 gear. Oh. Is not everybody in 258? I didn't. Okay. Okay. So that's that, and we'll do more of that in the coming weeks, and we'll keep you updated as far as that
we
goes.
will.
So then I can read you all the stats on my gear as we progress, and I'll read you all the stats on everyone else's gear. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so let's check out the news.
Now, an Imperial News Network report.
First up in the news, I'm not going to spend any time on. I'm spending less and less time on it, but still valuable, and I think there's some people who still be very interested. Is the June PvP cheating report, talking about what they did, what action they took, why they took that action, answered some questions about action that's being taken, responding to criticism. So it's all good. Check it out. It's an effective and very complete and very extensive discussion about what's being done. Mike Bradley's in there doing this, doing the PvP police work that needs to be done. So check it out.
I like the transparency of it.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't read it myself, but I like that he does it. So I hope he keeps it up.
Yep.
We also had some back and forth about the master datacrons and how they're going to be affected after 6.0. And that is, the master datacron is the thing you buy from the cartel market that is a character boost. I think it's to level 70. But
yes. The
Eric
master's
posted saying
datacron is to level 70.
Yeah. He posted saying that is still going to be the same. It's not going to be like automatically boosted to level 75.
Mm-hmm.
Although they may do that later in time, but not at the beginning of 6.0.
Right.
And then also the boosts that are available now, the Outlander token, currently the way that works, and I did not realize this, you can use it to create a brand new character that's that's either level 60 at the start of Coffee or level 65 at the start of Kotek.
Yeah. You get to pick which of those sort of expansions you're starting at. And then you get gear that goes along with it, and everything is completed up to that point for you automatically as well, which is a twist.
And then it's going to be slightly different in Onslaught, which is going to be the same deal where you have a choice, but the choices are going to be level 60 at the start of Coffee or level 70 at the start of Osus.
Right, which is interesting. So again, it'll complete. So the twist with the lack of twist with the Master's Datacron that gets you directly to level 70 is no missions are completed. So you could go back and do the complete story quest all the way from the start, from day one, all while you're
and
level
make all
70.
your own decisions.
So yeah, decisions are made for you. Choices that matter are no longer matter for you with the Outlander token. Yeah, good one. Also in the news, hey, Eric, when can we test 6.0 combat? Why isn't it on the PTS yet? Like you said that it would be in June. Well, I don't really get this response, but Eric posted some words that seem to say, uh, when we initially talked about the PTS, I don't think we framed it very well. We stated June. We didn't necessarily mean playable in June. What did you mean? I, I don't.
I think he meant that we could talk about it in June.
I, when will it be available on the
Yeah.
PTS? In June, and by that I mean not in June.
By that I mean later, possibly in July.
And by
Yeah,
by available to play, and they were supposed to do Sork and Assassin in June, and then add these other classes as they go along. That is what they said.
correct.
So it's a little, I don't know what kind of wordplay. I mean, just say no. We changed the schedule, and we're it's
Right.
easier for us to just pack all these things into one, one big test that we're going to put out there as quick as we can, instead of this rolling
And
thing, which would
I
have been a
mean,
whole bunch of extra effort, and we can't achieve that. Fine, just explain that. But
the concern is that it's like 6.0 is just way behind schedule now, because
right,
if the PTS was supposed to go online 2 weeks ago and it's still not going to go online for another 2 weeks, then what does that mean for the release of Onslaught? So
right.
he's saying no, 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 no. It's not 2 weeks. It's not late. It's just we phrased it incorrectly. So. But I'm still saying that possibly not in September.
Yes. Well, you've always been saying not in September.
I know,
Exactly. So
but I mean October is looking a little bit.
at risk. You worried about your
I'm not going
bet
to say
there?
at risk. It's looking a little rosy.
Rose colored
Yeah, a
glasses.
little optimistic.
So we'll
We'll
see.
see.
Yes, we shall see.
Um, Daniel Steed made a post about the content creators of SWTOR, which actually explicitly lists in the program, so that's good to know. You can go check it out. He also provides links to everybody's content, so it's worth going there so that you can find out where Zamzam's site is. You can find out where you can listen to the State of the Old Republic podcast. Who are the streamers and how do you get to them? So go check it out. I think it also was if and then if they do have an article about them, the link to that is there too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if this is the order that the features are going to come out in, but
I
his
would bet
plan
probably
is to have
not,
a
but
feature for each
yeah,
one of these. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think
I
so
bet
either.
probably not.
Um,
Plus a link to the
but yeah,
program itself, right? So if
yeah,
you think you should be in this list because you're a content creator, well, you got an opportunity here to check it out, check out the program, what it means, what it's like, and how they add people to it. So that's cool.
yeah.
Uh, and then, and we'll dive into this in a little bit of detail now. 5.10.4 came out this week. So this was an update and a significant update. There's a couple things in here that were added in. Not a big content patch, but some interesting things that we can check out and play with. So a couple of the key highlights I thought were interesting. The free to play and preferred status changes that we've talked about in the past and we've been waiting for is it is in, so that's ready to go. And then this, and I don't know why they sort of like question mark, but sort of there's
Not enough question marks though. There should be one more
only
question mark.
5. Yes, that's yes. should there be more question marks? Maybe what? No, I think that's enough. There are reports of mysterious observers being spotted around the Odessan base.
I haven't seen any.
What does that mean? Who knows? So there's apparently some secret little bit of content. Someone said, be careful about spoilers, but someone said Volk already has a video up about what this is and a walkthrough. So I don't know what it is yet. I have no idea. I'm going to surprise myself at some point in the next couple days and go wander around Odessin and check it out. And maybe we can talk about it next week. How about this general stuff? Did you see anything in here that piqued your interest?
Oh, not really. No.
Um,
I mean, it's again that it's some of them are bugs that I didn't know existed, but I'm glad they're fixed. I mean,
right. The thing with not being able to move items around in the guild bank, yes, that was quite annoying. So yes, that's been fixed. That sounds good. Um, this one I liked. Reduced respawn timer for a number of the items required for Dantooine culinary achievement. We're going to go check that out. That's part of what we're going to talk about tonight is Dantooine and some of those achievements. This was quite annoying. Very long respawn timer on some of those items, and it was causing just frustration. I mean, it's not all that
friction.
fun for it to be like a 6-hour respawn and people camping the items and just standing or waiting around for hours for that stuff to come up. A couple other things. Conquer of Dantooine achievements been added. Nothing else all that interesting. So yeah. However, next bullet under classes and combat. What do you think of this one, Seema?
Oh my gosh.
Why don't you
So
read that one
excited
out?
about that one. Um, well, you scrolled it off the screen, but let
Oh,
me.
you're looking at. Come on,
Ranged
try to
companions
read
should
it.
no longer
See if you can
refuse
read
to
it.
attack if they are too far from an enemy when the attack action is issued. So, I actually did go out and play with this for a minute and a half before the podcast hit tonight, and it right away she was. I went with Shay, and she was definitely running into range, even though she was out of range. So far, yes, it looks really good to me. So I haven't tested exhaustively. Maybe there's problems I don't know about, but cautiously optimistic.
Right. I did the same thing. I did about 5 or 6 pulls on my Sentinel and really tried
Yeah,
to
I was on my Sentinel too.
tried to time it because it was the worst when the Sentinel would do their leap, right? So
Right.
Shay's lagging behind you just a little bit. You do your leap from 30 meters out, and then Shay is at 35 meters at that point from where you then end up, and would just stand outside that 30-meter radius looking at you, getting pummeled, and go, yep, looks like not even a challenge for me because I'm just
Not even a
gonna
challenge.
stand back here and just watch you take a dirt nap. Uh, I couldn't. I didn't experience her standing outside of range. She kept running in, kept healing me. Good job. They made a big deal of this, that this was going to be some very difficult, challenging uh, bug to fix. And I don't know if they found an easier way to fix it or they put in the work, but I'm really glad it's in there. It was
I
quite
think
annoying on my Sentinel.
right, but they did say hopefully before 6.0, which this fits that, and it has been a while. It has taken them a while to fix it, so I
Yeah.
believe them that it was a certain amount of effort.
When I hear before 6.0, I think of like October 6th before the October 7th release. Again, on
Well,
on the
I think
PTS in
what
June, and by that we mean not actually on the PTS in June.
what I remember them saying is they hope it's not in 6.0 that they can do it before. So
Yes.
they did it before. So
Yes.
I'm happy.
Hope is not a strategy, but okay.
I I hope
Yeah, they got it
6.0
done,
does not
and
break it.
that's really cool. I'm glad. I'm glad they did. A couple other minor things in a little bit of Dread Palace wonkiness in that operation they fixed. Items in economy. Volptilla mount decoration. Oh, I didn't even realize. I didn't even try to place it as a decoration. This one has confounded some people. The medical droid Imperial Stronghold decoration now animates as intended. They, it does. However, in doing that, they also broke both the medical Imperial droid, Imperial and Republic, and they no longer act as a vendor, which has upset some people. And they did clarify in the dev tracker that that's a bug. They didn't mean to put that in. That'll be fixed, and next time they can get in there and update anything, they'll fix it as quick as they can.
So it animates okay. It just doesn't
It animates.
perform as a vendor.
Right, exactly. It animates itself looking at you contemptuously as you try to click on it as a vendor.
It flaps its hands at you.
Otherwise, a couple other sort of missions NPCs. Eric Jorgen can now be returned via the companion locator terminal in all situations. Nice, good. Grimtooth to earn progress towards the Monsters of Makeb achievement. Grimtooth was the special sort of secret side world boss. I've never fought Grimtooth. Have you?
I think that's the one that's inside that enclosure.
No, maybe I did. Yeah.
And you have to do something to get inside there. I think it's maybe
I did.
Is it a jumping thing or?
I don't remember. Yeah, you had to do something, and maybe they broke it and you couldn't get in there anymore, and now it's fixed and you can get back in there. So, we shall see. Maybe we should go check out Grimtooth. Maybe we should have done that tonight for MFN since we were on Makeb.
Yeah. Let's make a mental note. Put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it. I like that. I'm totally going to put a pin in more things this week. That's my new thing. That's my new thing for this week. And now the sacrificial blood pool stronghold decoration bubbles as intended, as all good sacrificial pools should. So got that going for you, which is nice. All right. Anything else in 5.10.4 that you wanted to call out, Seema? Or are we doing pretty good on that?
I like how this one's worded. Players will no longer be able to gain an extra unintended 15 ranked rating in certain situations.
It doesn't say it was some sort of exploit, but you accidentally gained an extra 15 ranks somehow. I'm sure that wasn't being exploited in any way possible. Let's check out.
I know I wasn't.
You totally were. You hardcore PvPer. Sniper don't queue. In community news, July 20th. So coming up in a mere 4 days, coming up at the end of this week's San Diego Comic-Con, there will be a cantina. Will there be a cantina? Yes, Nico Okar, there will be a cantina event at San Diego Comic-Con. It will be streamed by SWTOR. So SWTOR is going to be there with Marshall from the usual podcast. They are going to be there streaming the cantina live. They're going to be teamed up with Kid Lee, who will be remote, and it'll be on twitch.tv/Kid Lee as the channel, or is where it will be streamed. That's pretty cool. So SWTOR did a good job of streaming the last cantina.
Yeah.
So.
I really appreciate them doing that, so I'll definitely be watching.
Yeah, so check that out, 9 p.m. Central Time on Saturday, July 20th. And if you are going to be there, if you will be in San Diego on the 19th, the night before, there's going to be a little bit of a impromptu, not impromptu apparently, because I'm explaining it right now and it's scheduled, a scheduled community meetup at the Mission Brewery at 5 p.m. They did this in the past. They're doing it again for San Diego Comic-Con. Go check it out. Looks like a whole bunch of fun people were there in the past, including a little Eric Musco there in the middle, which is awesome. I really like it when those guys stop by. But a bunch of people from a bunch of the podcasts and community, SWTOR family community in general. It sounds like it's relatively open. They're putting it out there on Twitter. Mission Brewery, 5 p.m. Go check it out. Sounds cool. I wish I could go, but California's kind of far away. Kinda just a bit.
A little bit.
So since we can't go there, what can we do with our guild, Seema?
So this month, July, our mega is going to be on the 27th, and we are going to Yavin. Marcus is all set up to get us through the ancient threat, which means we have to. I say set up because you have to go collect some buffs and do some other stuff in order to even pull the ancient threat. And so that is our plan. So I'm excited about it. I don't think I've ever killed the ancient threat, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people haven't. So this will be, yeah, game-changing event.
I sure haven't.
Is
So yes, that will be
this?
quite interesting.
It's also one of the kickoff events for our the Greater AIE's Summer of Love Week, which is a cross-game series of events in all our games that are multiplayer games, where we just have little events here and there, and it pretty much culminates on our annual Remembrance Day, which Max has talked about before. But that is a little bit of a serious time when we get together as a guild, and um, it's like a memorial for people that we have lost in real life.
Yeah, kind of a special thing. So that whole
Yeah.
week, starting on the 27th. So the night of the 27th for our mega event, that's going to kick it off. It looks like Star Trek's got a thing on the night of the 28th. On the Tuesday the 30th, WoW is having a World Quest party in our WoW Alliance Guild. On Wednesday the 31st, the WoW Horde Guild is doing the Kirin Tor Tavern Crawl. On Friday, August 2nd, is the big Remembrance Day event across all of our games. Um, on Saturday, August 3rd, WoW will have a coup, which is a code word for an assault on the uh, the faction leaders, and it's going to be both factions, Alliance and Horde, at the same time, which will be the first time the guild's ever done that. And then also 9:30 on Saturday will be our Lotro MFN Summer Special Edition. The Lotro Lord of the Rings Melung are one of our Star Wars officers who we announced recently in the podcast. He calls that SNL for Saturday Night Lotro. And then Sunday will be one more WoW event that's scheduled for Dark Moon Fair Fun on August 4th. And then I'm sure there's going to be a Final Fantasy event added in here. Probably an ESO event that will be added. Maybe that will also be late on Friday. And maybe a couple other things along the way. Maybe Eve might do something too. Eve's getting crazy. You want to hear about some crazy stuff? If you ever played Eve
we
in the
tried to
past, it's getting nutty.
we tried to kind of spread them out so that if you're interested in attending all the ones in different games, you'll be able to.
Yeah, Star Trek is free to play. Lotro is free to play. So even if you're mostly a Star Wars gamer, which most of us are, being able to just hop into some of these free to play games and see, visit and see what's going on, that's kind of fun. So that's cool.
I mean, even WoW has its free to play version where you can play the first 20. So if you
Right.
actually wanted to create a character in WoW, you could.
Right. Create a dwarf with a funny name. I don't know. I couldn't think of a funny name quick enough to Dwarfy McDwarfface and stomp around Dunmorrow or whatnot. That actually sounds quite fun. I'm gonna go make Dwarfy McDwarfface right after we're done here tonight.
Right.
Shout out to the chat room. I don't see a Dwarfy McDwarfface in the chat room tonight, but I do see a lot of the usual suspects. We really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us, helping us get the podcast going, get some commentary in there, helping us seem smart as we do this show. And with that, hey, Kemval, what do we got going on here on Dantooine? That is right. Peace is a lie. You're right. It's supposed to be peacetime on Dantooine, but it's not, is it? There's still stuff going on. There's still mean, fighty dogs biting us and whatnot. So
mean, fighty, bitey dogs.
So you've been here a little bit. I stopped in. I haven't done it all the way through. But you know who has, which maybe we can start there, is Zamzam. So if you looked at that SWTOR content creator list, Zamzam has been writing a blog for quite a while. It's mmobits.com. She has 3 posts up, I think, that are all about Dantooine in peacetime. One was just a little bit of an overview review of Dantooine in peacetime, which was fine. And she basically said, there's not much going on, but, worth a visit. Go check it out. And then she went further and said, here's an overview of the dailies and achievements which I think is quite interesting, and that's what we'll sort of dance around and check out a little bit here tonight. And then her third one, which I didn't even know existed until I went back to her blog, this getting in prep for the show, is the Dantooine treasure hunt, which is sort of a hidden quest that you can go do. So a little bit of spoilery here. If you just wanted to discover all this stuff on your own, which I don't know, some of this stuff would be kind of hard to discover. But if you want to do that, don't listen to what we're going to say next, or forget
Put your
it
fingers in your ears.
after we tell you. Otherwise, yeah, I want to go find this treasure hunt thing, and I want to check out at least the start of a couple of these dailies, and we'll see what it looks like on Dantooine in peacetime. We should be pretty close, though, shouldn't we, to Dantooine pirate incursion coming
we should
back,
be.
shouldn't we?
Yeah, yeah.
So this week, in fact, I bet, didn't Daniel Steed say that the event schedule was updated? So I bet we could look really quick. SWTOR.com event calendar. SWTOR event calendar, in-game events, SWTOR.com, July in-game events, Pirate Incursion, July 30th through August 6th. Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
Goes the dynamite.
That makes sense. Boom goes the dynamite.
So nothing from July 23rd to August 30th, or July 23rd to July 30th. So next Tuesday, there's no event that week. Why is there no event? I thought there was almost... Well, Narshada Nightlife will still be going on. So July 30th through August 6th. Boom goes the dynamite. There you go. Coming up pretty soon. So let's go check it out, Tima. What have we got here on the board? So there's two things on the board. Infinite History, and they're slightly different on the Republic side versus the Imperial side again. And you sort of are doing or undoing or fighting over these objectives, Imperial side versus Republic side. This one's kind of the same between both of them. This first one is Infinite History. Find Rakatan artifacts. No, I guess it's different on the Republic side. You're finding a different kind of artifact on the Republic side. I think you're finding old Jedi artifacts on the Republic side, if I remember correctly. Zam, save me now. Save me, Zam.
I remember thinking that the Jedi really leave their relics and their artifacts everywhere.
They kind of do. I mean, yeah, what, you think you could
I've been finding like 5 of them every week on Ossus for a while now.
Digging up these shallow dirt piles, not really hard to find. Did nobody find these in the last 1,000 years? So yeah, on the Jedi side, on the Republic side, it's Jedi artifacts. On the Imperial side, it's Rakatan artifacts. And then the second one is new tricks on the Imperial side, where you're injecting Cath hounds and injecting them with a serum, and then I think on the Republic side you're kind of curing them with to unenrage the enraged ones on the on the Republic side. There was a bonus, so I almost thought we should switch over to our Republic characters shortly before the end of this. The bonus for the getting their shots, inject the enraged Cath hounds, is pet the puppies. So after you use the serum, you get a pop-up ability that allows you to pet the Cath hound that you just gave the serum to after you unenrage it. That's nice. That's so nice. Okay, so I picked up both of these, but that's only part of what you can do. So let's go out here. I would just look at the map, see where they show up on the map. The other thing is a couple of the kinds of achievements that we have talked about in the past. One in particular is the Dantooine Culinarian achievement. So that came up in the patch notes today. Have you done anything for that one, Seema?
I have not.
Do you remember? Did you even try to track down any of those items?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I mean, I
did not.
I think
It's
I've said
bullshit.
this before.
I did not do it.
I mean, I when they get ready to remove it from the game, then I will come looking for them. It's not my favorite thing to do though, is find hidden things.
Well, yeah, no, I agree. It's fine, whatever. If you're an achievement hunter or there was some really awesome reward, then maybe I would want to deal with it. However, 5.10.4 patch notes, remember down here it says these things that you're trying to find for the where did I don't even remember where they put it, but the things you're trying to find for the culinarian achievement now have a shorter respawn time. Okay.
So that means nothing to me
Reduced the respawn
because
timer for a number of items required for the
so if it
culinarian
was 6 hours, I wouldn't want to wait for 6 hours. If they reduced it down to 4 hours, I still don't want to wait for 4 hours.
What if it was 3 minutes?
Then that would make a difference to me. But if it's an hour, I still don't want to wait for an hour.
So yeah, no, I agree. I think it's shorter than an hour. I think now it's
if there were a pet, then I would do it.
yeah. What if you could pet some puppies?
I can pet the puppies by just doing the mission. I don't have to do this.
You're right.
And the way I would do it too is I would park somebody there and I would just log in randomly until
Right, which isn't a bad
I had
strategy.
success.
So I don't know where all the things are. I do know where one of the things are though, which is of the culinarian achievement. Let me see. I think I have some of them in my listing for the Dantooine. What would that be under? That would be under exploration, operations, locations. No, it's
Might be
none
under
of them.
events.
I bet you it's under events. You are brilliant. Pirate incursion. So events, pirate incursion, daily bosses, exploration. Is it here? Scan the. Yes. Dantooine Culinarian. Nova Blade Rotgut. That's the one that I found. Charred Cath Shank. Fragile Glow Shroom. Irritable Bloat Gourd. Perfectly ripe Vorm Fruit. An unnaturally huge tuber. Wow. You do get.
I do not have a tuba.
It's not a tuba. That was a pretty good impression there, though, Seema. Why don't you do that again?
It was a terrible impression and it was the wrong words, but hey, thanks.
I do not have a tuba. That... We're gonna have to clip that out.
I'm going to punch you pretty soon here.
I will come back here later. I am the Terminator. I will come back here later. There you go.
Soon I will come back.
Soon I will come back. Okay. You do get some decorations. You get a tall fruit plant for finishing this. Oh, which is these plants that we're standing in the middle of. These tall fruit plants right over here. You get one of these. You get a stack of these as a deco. So finding your bloat gourds, finding your rot gut. So follow me while we're talking. I'll show you where the rot gut is. It's around the corner and down the way. In fact, actually, pull up your quick travel and quick travel to the scout camp. So there's 2 quick travel points on Dantooine. If you don't have the second one unlocked, you can find it for your faction. For the Imperial side, it's down the stairs next to the dam. For the Republic side, it's in the fenced-in area. That's over by the by the Imperial base. Did you not have it?
Apparently I do not. I went and got it, but I must have been on a different character.
Probably. I can summon you. So let me.
I'm almost there.
Let me get to these mobs. So down by the dam, but just to the north of it on the platform up there where there's another mission you have to do. Actually, we should go this back way, Seema, and we'll have to we can
I'm
avoid
gonna
some
go since
mobs.
I've come all the way over here. I'm gonna go click on it.
Oh, good plan. There's about 5 locations. So the way these work, the way the culinarian items work, is it's not the same place every time. So there's a series of locations around the area that no, I didn't say. I couldn't find any matching places. Shush! I didn't say series of locations. There's a series of locations around the area, like this corner here next to the entrance to this heroic area. The power station heroic area is one of them. Inside this tent is one of them. In this, see all these mobs are clear. See how there's no mobs around this area? Somebody cleared them out because somebody's been looking for it. In the center here is one of the locations. So there's about 5 different locations. Once you understand where the locations are, then you can camp them and scout them out a little bit easier and make it easier to find. So if they're going to be respawning more quickly, down here at the base of this light tower is another of the locations. It's not up now, so I guess it's not respawning that quickly. You can also pop back and forth between maps. There's only 2 maps available right now, so I don't know. Must not be respawning that quickly if I don't see anyone around and it's not here. But these mobs haven't even respawned. There's a pack of mobs that are here in the middle. So somebody was just here recently. Maybe they clicked on it. So each of those items has a few random locations where it can spawn. Look it up if you're looking for it. You can track them down and find them that way. Then the other one is Dantooine Cipher. Those are a little bit easier to find. Those are data pads that are sitting in a few of the little buildings that are spread around the whole zone. As you go into those buildings, you might find one of the 5 cipher data pads sitting on the floor. So let me look at what that achievement looks like. And I did find them all already. So volumes 1 through 5 of the Dantooine Cipher. In fact, one of the cipher locations is also here in this area. Oh, Seema's killing dudes.
Yes, I'm reveling in Shea Vizsla's ranginess.
So down here, Seema, down these stairs in this building is where one of the 5 ciphers is. In fact, I see it right there on the desk, and it shows up actually in a couple places down here. This respawns much more quickly. Do you see it? Do you see it here, Seema? Do you? I don't know if you have it yet. I do. Right there. There you go. So did you see
I found part of the Dantooine cipher.
When Seema picked it up, it disappeared. It will respawn usually after about 5 minutes, but sometimes somewhere else in the room or sometimes somewhere else in the little building where you're at. So find the ciphers. You can also look for all the codex entries. Those are even easier to find. This one, I don't know where it is. There's a macro binocular deal, I guess. Let me look at the achievements on that one, where you got to scan some stuff with the macro binoculars. Culinarian, Scholar of Dantooine. I do not have all of the codex entries yet. Scan the Jedi Enclave. Oh, it's only one, so you just got to go off the cliffs. I think that's on I think it's the cliffs on the southeast with the macro binoculars, and you can see the Jedi Enclave down there. So just scan it with your macro binoculars. And then what is the... Oh, well, that was unexpected, I think, is the well achievement. So there's that.
Yes. That is like when you jump in the well.
But then the one other one, so I wanted to do some, we won't actually do the dailies tonight, but the one other one that I did want to track down and see at least the start of was this treasure hunt. Because that one I didn't realize was a thing. So where is the start of the treasure hunt? It's a little bit out here into the northeast. So here we can come the back way and avoid some of these mobs. And see if we can at least start this treasure hunt and see what that datapad says. While we're doing that, that reminds me, I in terms of seeing what the datapad is. I'm bad about reading the emails that you get from your companions and stuff that show up in your in-game mail.
Yeah.
But I did read a bunch of them today after a bunch of the OSIS stuff. I think, yeah, it was all after the OSIS stuff. And there's some good ones in there.
There are.
the
I always read the emails because they're so entertaining.
Yeah, they're well written. The best was Kaleo. Kaleo wrote a thing. She's like, "Get Lana off my back. I'm not a
Yeah.
spy. What the hell?" She was quite angry.
I like that vehicle. I was lagging a little behind because I was looking to see if I had it too. Vectron Colette. It's like completely sideways.
But I can flip it. Look at it. It's
Well,
flippy
you
flippy.
can flip half of it, but
It is.
it's completely on its side.
Yeah. Your head should just stick out of the side.
Yeah, it should.
That would be
That
great.
would be awesome.
All right, so here's this tree, and supposedly at the base of this tree, laying on the ground, there's supposed to be a data pad. Right in the corner. Do you see it? Have you found a data pad?
Nope.
I don't see a data pad.
Shay's
so
in the way.
let's back it up. Okay, I'm trying to look at. Okay, looks like over on this side by this.
I love this tree though.
Looks like should be like right around here. Right close to the tree. So it's said at the base of this tree. It's right there. It's really tough to spot in all the grass, but it's there, I promise. Lies. Zam, you're trolling us, aren't you? So it looks in her picture, it looks relatively close to the tree here. Right? So near this bush, but close to the corner of that metal thing. Oh, and here's the second one. Okay, so it's way buried in the grass right around here. Stop. Why are you advancing? It's got auto advance on her little slideshow. So it's... Stop it. Okay, there's the corner of that. So I wonder if it cannot be found except during the wartime.
No, they're telling you in chat to turn your graphics down and zoom in closer.
Okay, fine.
They say it's there.
Preferences.
Okay, fine.
Well, that is a good trick, especially when you're trying to reduce clutter of graphics. I will go down to very low, apply. Do you want to? Yes, I want to keep these settings. Zoom in closer. Okay, there. Look, my graphics are completely off. There is no grass on the ground. It is not here. The cake is a lie. Maybe it's only during, maybe this one is only during the wartime.
Maybe.
Because look at that smooth grass. Oh, boy, this makes it easy to do. Look, you can see those rubble piles for the Rakatan artifacts way across the whole map over there.
Wow.
But there is no... Okay, so we have just proved that there is no datapad here on the ground for this. It must only be during wartime, not during peacetime. Cool. Proven. We have solved it. Unless we're at the wrong tree, but I don't think we are. No, this is right. This is the right tree. It should be right here. It should be like right here where I'm standing. And it's not there. Look, I'm zoomed all the way in. Nope, nothing there. Okay. Still, now I want to do that one. Now I want to find it. I'm going to have to come back here.
I kind of want to too now.
But boy, that is a good trick, isn't that? turning the graphics all the way down. Look at that. Starry Saber's Jedi mind tricking me. This isn't the tree you're looking for. Go about your business. Go home and contemplate your life. Contemplate your choices. Docile Cathound pup. So that's also, we need to get one of those canisters. We could inject the pups. We could go find those rubble piles, which are over here. But boy, this is, to shut off your graphics completely is a good trick, isn't it? Wow, look at,
Yeah.
look at how crazy flat this whole world looks. Oh, look at me digging a big hole, digging up an artifact, and
Oh, look, we got credit for each other's.
oh, did
That's
we?
nice.
Oh, nice. 2 out of 5. There we go. Let me turn my graphics back on. This is freaking me out. Preferences, ultra. I do ultra, but I shut off bloom. I don't like bloom, and I sometimes put tune a couple things back, more just for preference. Ooh, look, my Voltilla. All right, so I think that's about it. Not a ton here, but some stuff. Some things you might want to go do. What I didn't even look. What are the rewards for these dailies? 92 command points. Come on. 92 command points and 14k credits? All right. I'll do them once to say I did it. But I don't think it's going to be more than that. 92.
And to pet the puppies.
If it was like 500 command points, it should be 600 command points. An OSIS daily is 600 command points. Why would it not be, or CXP? Why would it be 92 CXP? That's crazy. Hey,
I think,
who's coming? Somebody's
well, if I had to guess, it would be
Kiana.
because you don't have to fight anything. You're not in any danger, and you don't have to make your way there through mobs.
Well, making my way through Dantooine today takes everything I've got.
Oh my god.
All right. So with that, I think we're good, and we'll have to come back here in wartime in 2 weeks and check out the treasure hunt. But
I'm writing my name.
for now, yes, that is one of my favorite mounts in the game. In fact, why is it not on my bar? Usually that one's always on my bar. Maybe I dropped it off somewhere. That is an awesome mount. What is it called? It's the J2 something something, isn't it? It's the Harati Scrapper.
Hirati Scrapper.
So yes, with that, EPC 301 is ready to jump on an airlock, volunteer himself to float through the galaxy to broadcast this podcast to all of you. Please keep up with us on Twitter at Max the Gray and at AIESEMA. And if you know any cool people that should be playing this game with us, that's why we do this podcast. That's why we talk about the fun things we do with our guild, to try to drum up more cool people that can come be along for the ride. Tell them to come check us out. YouTube /New Overlords, or twitch.tv /New Overlords, or come join us on Starforge. You can get to us on Discord. You can find information about our guild at aie-guild.org. That's where you'll find the Discord link. We had a new player just in the last 2 hours jump into Discord and say, hey, I heard about your guild. Thought I would come check it out. Can you guys get me an invite? And you know what we said? Yes. We said
do.
yes. Can do. So yeah, come check us out. And with that, we will talk to you soon.
Later, everyone.